Mark Gabus from Dyn 365 Pros here. In addition to being a Microsoft Dynamics partner, Dyn 365 Pros is a ClickDimensions partner too. ClickDimensions has a new solution called Intelligent Dashboards, and Kevin Miller from ClickDimensions will demonstrate it for you now.
And SweetSpot is a data analytics and visualization company that ClickDimensions acquired back in 2019, and Intelligent Dashboards is our first offering as part of that acquisition. Now, intelligent dashboards consist of two overarching components. The first being a unified data center, which consists of data connectors. And so there are various data connectors, primarily or initially around the ClickDimensions marketing automation components. So information about email, landing pages, forms, surveys, social events, and campaign automation are all surfaced within intelligent dashboards. There's also connectors directly into Microsoft Dynamics 365. So a lot of the core entities or tables around campaigns, leads, contacts, opportunities, products, and revenue are also part of Intelligent Dashboard. And then the third set of data connectors is what we call our Instant Connect. And those are direct connectors to Google AdWords, Microsoft Advertising, and Google Analytics. So all of the data connectors, all with their various schemas and formats, are blended and merged into our data engine, which is a pre-built, transform, managed database. And then the other overarching component is what we call our intelligent analytics interface. And that consists of visualizations, which are 13 pre-built dashboards based on industry best practices. There's also an intelligence and collaboration layer, which consists of KPIs and goals, notifications and alerts, collaboration and storytelling, as well as AI intelligent insights. And everything contained within this slide, everything that you're going to see in the live demo represents a completely pre-built and turnkey solution. So 24 hours after signing up, you will actually start seeing your data or your data from Dynamics 365 surfaced within Intelligent Dashboards. And not only will you see data from day one moving forward, but we also go back 90 days in the past to start to pull in some historical data. So really, really from day one, you're going to have a well-rounded product in terms of intelligent dashboards and the data that is surfaced within it. And with that said, I'm going to exit out of here and we're going to hop into the right demo. And before we get into the actual product, I want to talk really quickly about how users can access intelligent dashboards. And what you see on your screen here, of course, is a Dynamics 365 instance. You'll see that there are links directly built into the ClickDimensions navigation, which will take users directly into intelligent dashboards. Not only is this basically a bookmark into intelligent dashboards, but it utilizes a single sign-on component. So users accessing intelligent dashboards from Dynamics 365 don't have to log in again. They don't have to maintain a separate set of credentials. They will be taken directly into the application. And so the second way that users can access intelligent dashboards is what you see here, which is the standard username, password, login authentication, similar to most SaaS-based products. And what's nice about this way to access intelligent dashboards is you can have users of the dashboards that are not Dynamics 365 users. So maybe board members, senior level management, maybe even a third-party marketing team or ad agency. You can actually surface licenses and access to to intelligent dashboards without utilizing a Dynamics 365 license. So there's not a one-to-one relationship. You can have users access the product without burning, a Dynamics 365 license. And then the third/fourth way that users can access intelligent dashboards are device-specific apps for both iOS and Android, both available in their respective stores. So iPhones, iPads, Android devices, users are able to get the same experience that you'll see here today on the desktop, but rendered for their mobile devices, which is great if you have users on the road, which I know these days on the road takes on a different meaning, but maybe even first thing in the morning, you're still in bed, you don't want to fire up your laptop, but you're dying to see your email marketing dashboard. You can get that information on your iPhone or on your iPad, without even beginning your day, basically. So with all that said, I will go ahead and sign in. And the first thing you will be presented with, or you'll see here, are the actual unique dashboards that come surfaced with Intelligent Dashboards. So they're unique dashboards for sales funnel, campaign performance, website statistics, email marketing, campaign automation, social marketing, landing pages, events, surveys, Google Analytics, Google Ads, Microsoft Advertising, and Google Search Console. And again, these dashboards come pre-configured, ready to go with your data surfaced in there. And so with that said, I'm going to go ahead and click into a specific dashboard. And before we get into the actual KPIs and the actual content of the dashboard, I want to talk really quickly about some of the global features that will be present in all of the dashboards. Not only do you have easy navigation to get to the individual dashboards, you have the ability to filter down to a specific dashboard, which is a nice feature because the product is going to evolve and there will be new dashboards through time. So you're going to have more and more dashboards access, so you'll be able to get to your specific dashboard very quickly. And if we look to the right, you'll see there's a bell icon with a 12 indicating that I have 12 unread messages. If I click on the bell icon, that opens up our notification center. And Intelligent Dashboards has the ability to notify each user based on specific goals. Also, if a user has been mentioned in conversation threads around specific KPIs, they're going to receive notifications. And if I click on the settings here, you'll see here that we have 3 different types of notifications. There's insight management. If you've been mentioned in a conversation within Intelligent Dashboards, also around goals. And we'll get into goals in just a second, but just know that the system has the ability to notify users as goals have been met or they have not been met. And each type of notification, each user is going to have the ability to indicate how best they want to be notified. They want to be notified via push SMS, via an in-app notification, or an email notification, and any combination of the 3 based on these 3 different types. And so also, if I click on this hamburger icon here, you'll notice there's also an admin section. Certain users of Intelligent Dashboards can be designated as admins. They will have the ability to set up other users. They will also have the ability to control what dashboards users have access to. So if you have specific users that maybe are only responsible for certain components of the business, maybe Google specialist, or even the sales funnel, you could surface only specific dashboards to those users, and the other dashboards they would not even have access to. Another really nice feature are scheduled exports. And if I click here, you'll see that we have one scheduled export ready to go, the sales performance report. It's targeting the sales funnel dashboard. You can see who scheduled it, the number of recipients, and when the next export is to occur. If I wanted to create a new scheduled export, really easy to do. Click on the button here. I would give it a logical name because you will have the ability, of course, to edit any existing exports as well as pause them or delete them. So give the, just a logical name. Then you would pick the actual dashboard that you want to export. So I'm going to do the email marketing dashboard here. You'll notice quickly the information that contained in the dashboard quickly redraws on the export screen. You can select what tabs you want to export. Many of the dashboards are broken up into bite-sized components represented in different tabs. So you would have the ability to select only specific tabs that you wanted to export. You can then also choose the format that you want to export. You could receive your export as a PDF format. You could also receive it as a PowerPoint slide, or as a direct link that will take you into the dashboard with applied filtering. And you'll see below here, related to filtering, you'll have the option to filter your export down to specific dynamics campaigns, even an email name, a subject line of your email. So if you had like a monthly newsletter and you only wanted to receive an export based on specific subject lines, you could totally do that. You could even filter your export down to specific email templates. So say if you wanted to just get a report on a specific template, you would have the ability to filter on this. Not only filtering on different types and different categories, you can also limit your export down to a specific date range. So say if you wanted to do a weekly report of your exports. You could do that. You could set your range here, your variation range, which will generate some of your KPI variations. And let's say you have your filtering down, you have your date ranges down. You can also then select the time of the export. So say if you were preparing for, you had a Monday morning management meeting and maybe Sunday evening you wanted to receive your export to start preparing for your meeting, you could totally set this up. You say Sunday evening, you know, at 7 p.m. I want to receive this export. You could totally set up the time, when it's going to begin. You can have this export go to yourself. You can have it go to other users of Intelligent Dashboards. You can even have it go to external users. You can have multiple recipients here. So you could have it sent out to your entire team, your board members, your other groups. Totally within your control. If I were to hit save here, I would receive the export, you know, the next time it was scheduled. And with that said, I'm going to cancel out of here and go back into a dashboard. And we'll go again to the email marketing dashboard. And then you'll see again, related to the exports, you can also filter your current view of the dashboard based on multiple, you know, different types of things that you can filter by. Each dashboard is going to have different filtering options. It's really based on the data that makes up the dashboard. You know, but for here, you could easily say these are Dynamics campaigns, say that you just wanted to see your dashboard on a specific campaign. If I hit apply, you'll notice the dashboard quickly redraws just with the data contained within here. I'm going to go ahead just and select all just to get a good data set here. Not only can you filter on various categories, again, email name, subject, category, template, type, you can also change your current view of the dashboard based on specific date ranges here. We have like dates already set up, pre-configured, so that we're trying to avoid users having to click through a lot of calendars. So say if you wanted to see last week, you'll notice the KPI variation, which is going to generate some of your variation graphics within the dashboard, automatically adjusts to the previous week. And if I were to hit apply here, you'll notice again, the dashboard quickly redraws with just that data in here. And let's say, for instance, that you have your filtering down exactly how you want it. You have your date ranges down. You got your dashboard looking exactly how you want it. Not only can you schedule exports of the dashboard, but you can also do what I like to call ad hoc exports. Just by clicking on this icon here, you're going to get the current view that we're looking at of the dashboard. You can send it out as an ad hoc export. Again, you could select the tabs that you want. You can choose your format, PDF, PowerPoint, or link. You could have it sent to yourself. You could have it sent to other users of Intelligent Dashboards, or even third-party, you know, external email addresses, external people outside of just the internal dashboards. You can have multiple recipients here. If I were to hit save, in my inbox, I would have a link either as an attachment, depending on the format here. You're going to get your dashboard sent to you however you want it. And so closing out of here, I can also, one more thing here to notice is there's an admin section. And only certain users of Intelligent Dashboards can be designated as system admins. Again, they're going to have the ability to control what is to see. They can also be set up as goal setters. And then looking down here at the actual KPIs related to the specific dashboard, you'll notice we have KPIs built into, you know, specific components. You have your key metrics, you have your email performance, email sent, email delivered, recipients, unique opens, unique open rate. And let's say I really don't know what unique open rate means. I'm not sure, you know, what these numbers mean. Each KPI has this information icon to the right. And if I click on the information icon, you get a little information window, and we're going to tell you exactly how we interpret this data, and not only how we interpret it, but why it's important to you, why we included this KPI on the dashboard. So each KPI, if you ever have a question about what it means, why we included it in the dashboard, these information boxes will give you that information. And I will also mention that we maintained all of the information around the specific KPIs in a wiki format that each user will have access to. And you'll get this, all the information around specific KPIs in a digest format, which is a great feature if you're, you know, training a new user, or you're new to Intelligent Dashboards and you just want to see all the various KPIs, what they mean, how we interpret them, why we included them in the dashboards, we're going to tell you in plain English, either via these information bubbles or via the access to the wiki. You can get it in a digest format as well. So closing out of here, if we look to the right, you'll notice there's various icons. There's down arrows, up arrows, equal signs. As I mouse over certain components, I'll see that the down arrows indicate, shows a prolonged negative trend. Up arrows, of course, indicate a prolonged positive trend. Equal signs will indicate that the value is remaining fairly stable around its mean value. We give you the actual value of the KPI, so this would be the actual numbers that are coming from the KPI. We also give you the variation visualization that gets into your KPI variations. So if you want to see, this week versus the previous week, or last week versus the week before, the month before, quarter before, that's going to give your visualizations here. We then have data broken out by dates, and we give what I like to call our landscape view. So you're able to see the peaks and valleys related to your data. Is it trending up? Is it trending down? Is it remaining, fairly flat across time? You're going to get visual indications of how your data is trending over time. And then notice here, we have your goal column here, and you'll notice that certain goals have been defined, certain ones have not been defined. The ones that have been defined will tell you if it was successful, if it has not been met. And if I click on this hamburger icon here, one of my options here is to define a goal. And again, users can be set as goal setters, and only specific users can be defined as and are set as and designated as an actual goal setter. So not every user of Intelligent Dashboard is going to be able to go in and set their own goals. Only certain users can be designated as goal setters. Each user is going to be able to see how these goals are trending. They're going to be able to get notifications on goals. Really easy to define a goal. You basically give it a value, you give it the time when you want your goal to start, when you want your goal to end. So you can have quarterly goals, monthly goals that are set up that are going to also go along with the KPIs, and we're going to keep track of your goals. Users are going to be able to be notified of these goals, of course. They're going to be able to see how the goals go. Once the goals expire, there's going to be history of the goals. If I were to click save right here, of course, this goal would be created whenever I chose to start and end it. And again, if I click on this hamburger icon, not only again can you define goals, but if I click on details here, we're going to give you more information just around this specific KPI. So this is the email send KPI. We're going to give you the value, the variation. We're going to give you how your goal is going, show you, has it been met? Has it not been met? Underneath this information, you'll notice that there is this little information icon with some text here saying that email sends are performing poorly. This gets into the machine learning and the AI built into Intelligent Dashboards. We're taking your KPI numbers, again, around just email sends, looking at historical data, also looking at industry trends to give you some visual cues and some information about how this specific KPI is performing. Is it performing poorly? Is it performing really well? We're going to give you this based on machine learning. And below there, you have what I like to call our EKG chart. And as you notice, I mouse over specific dates. It's giving you the values broken out. And you'll notice here that there's pushpin icons appended to the various charts here and the various trends of how they're going. As I mouse over the pushpin icons, you're going to see actual comments about specific numbers on specific dates. And say I wanted to leave a comment, it's really easy just to click on this information icon here. This opens up our comments tab, and you can see that users have been giving comments, making comments around specific numbers. Again, this is just around a specific KPI. It's really easy to add a comment. If I wanted to do an @mention to a user, Sunil's a colleague of mine, I'm going to send him a message. Of course, I would likely send a better message if this was actually for real, but say I wanted to reference a specific number on here. So let's say October the 5th had some really low numbers. It's easy to pin this message to a specific date. Go here, pick October the 5th. That would make this message show up on this EKG chart. It's also going to show up in the comment thread here. Not only can I pin this comment to a specific date, I can also upload files to the comment. You'll notice here that Mary Brown made a comment and she uploaded a couple of files. I could easily, as a user, access any files that were uploaded to specific comments. And so if I were to hit send here, Sunil would be notified however he chose to be notified. My message to him would also show up in here, and it would also show up into the comment thread. Not only can you comment within Intelligent Dashboards, but related to goals, we're going to keep track of all your goals, so how they accumulate over time. So as your goals expire, they're going to be listed here. You're going to have kind of a laundry list of all your goals over time. Were they successful? Was it met? Unsuccessful? You know, all your goals as they stack up are going to show up here. And then closing out here, not only do we give you all this information, but we break the information up into specific days, into what I like to call our data tables. And each column within this data table is easily sortable just by clicking on the column heading. You can turn visual cues on to see how your numbers are going. Really easy to see, you know, that September the 7th had our best email send value date. You can paginate between pages within the data table to see how it's going. The chart quickly redraws. It doesn't have to make separate requests to the server to generate various pages. You can turn columns on and off. Granted, this isn't the best example, but you can see just by clicking on specific ones, the columns go that will appear, disappear, depending on how you want it. This makes a lot of sense with some of the tables you'll notice within the dashboards that have multiple columns. You can, you know, give you the ability to get your view exactly how you want it. And so also related again to just this email send KPI, if I click on this hamburger icon here, you know, again, you can define a goal because my user has been set as a goal setter, but I could also download the data just around this KPI as a CSV file, as an Excel file, or as a PDF. So say you just wanted to extract your email send data that's populated in the Intelligent Dashboard for the specific KPI, you have the ability to download just the data that makes up this KPI, again, as a CSV, Excel, or a PDF. And so I know I've said a lot around the functionality of the Intelligent Dashboards. What I'll do now is just take a minute just to kind of scroll down and give you guys a visual and some of the various KPIs and see just the various visualizations that make up Intelligent Dashboards. You'll notice we have email funnel. As I mouse into the various components of the funnel, it's going to show you the piece that makes up the individual components. Same goes with pie charts. We can go in here and see the various slices and that make up a specific pie chart. We have information broken up into all kinds of various formats. And I'll take a minute to talk about the actual KPIs that are included in the dashboards, the information that we give in here. You know, these dashboards were built with months and months of industry research. We conducted focus groups with marketers. We also spent a lot of time with Gartner reports to determine, you know, what are the KPIs that marketers really need to be paying attention to. And, you know, again, this Intelligent Dashboard, all the dashboards that are contained within the product are pre-built. You don't have to go in and determine, you know, what's the best visualization for this specific KPI. Not only that, but what KPIs, you know, should I be paying attention to? We have taken the guesswork and the build work out of building these visualizations. They come ready to go out of the box, ready, you know, ready to be surfaced with your data that, you know, can come from the ClickDimensions components, also the Dynamics 365 components or third-party components. Also have the information broken up into various tabs. Have the detail tab here. You're going to get some nice tables here. Again, you can sort by any of it if you wanted to see, you know, what email had the most deliveries. Really easy to sort this way. Again, you could export this data. You can comment on the data. Go between pages. You'll notice it quickly redraws. Everything is really seamless in terms of its integration in here. And then with that said, I will go to some various other dashboards. A nice dashboard that gives an example of some third-party integrations is the Google Analytics dashboard. This ad again is coming directly from Google Analytics. You also have the ability to not only filter on sources and devices, but you can even filter on Google campaigns. So if you manage campaigns directly within Google Analytics, it's going to pull in the various campaigns here. You could easily limit the view down to a specific campaign. You could then export that view as a PDF or PowerPoint slide to include, to distribute to other parties, to include for meeting preparation and meeting collateral. Really easily done. Walking down here, you can see the various visualizations again. Even have geographical representations as you mouse into the specific countries. Of course, you can see your numbers that make up the various countries. You have metrics by region here. Again, you can sort any of these columns, turn the bars on and off. However you want to view this data, we're giving you a lot of options here. Even broken out into multiple tabs here. We've got this information by sources, devices, content. Each of these tabs has their own specific KPIs and visualizations built around it. And then another nice dashboard that I like to show is the sales funnel dashboard. And this is a good example of data that is coming directly from Dynamics 365 blended into the dashboards. You have information around leads, opportunities, revenue. As it relates to marketers, these are the KPIs that you should be paying attention to as a marketer. Giving you sales funnel information here. You could even filter this on Dynamics campaigns. So a lot of the ClickDimensions core components have the ability to assign a Dynamics campaign to all your various marketing capabilities. You're then going to be able to filter all the various things on Dynamics campaigns or utilizing the product. You have your filters here, even broken out into source. Another good dashboard I like to do is around surveys. These are ClickDimensions surveys. We're going to give you information about surveys, your completion rates, opens. Again, everything comes pre-configured, ready to go, turnkey out of the box. You're going to have your data directly surfaced within all these various visualizations. Forms is another nice one. Look at our events dashboard. Your key metrics around various, event activities, registered, canceled, attended, missed, your attendance rate, any leads, opportunities that were generated that came from events. We're giving you all that information.
Thanks for watching our video. For more information or a quote on intelligent dashboards, go ahead and use the email address you see there. And make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel before you leave. Have a great one. Thanks so much.